This is a 3-minute message brought to you by Redemption Church in Delray Beach.
Opportunity. Opportunity can be defined as this: a set of circumstances that makes it possible to do something. It's just literally a set of circumstances that makes it possible to do something. In Acts chapter 26, we read that Paul had an opportunity to preach the gospel. Now, this didn't seem like an opportunity, seriously. He was actually on trial on court. It was somewhat of a scary thing. He was in front of King Agrippa in the court, and they gave him an opportunity to talk. Well, he used that for sure, and he used it for God's glory to preach the gospel. So much so, at the end of his speech, in verse 28, King Agrippa asked Paul, would you use this short amount of time to persuade me to become a Christian? In verse 29, Paul was basically like, yes, of course, that's what I'm doing right now. Not only you, King Agrippa, but everyone that's listened, I want them to come to know Jesus. And Paul used every circumstance that he had for the gospel. Whether they be good circumstances, because people saw the good works that he was doing and asked him about why he was different, or these scary, hard circumstances, like being in front of the court with people. I wonder what our life would look like if we were like Paul, looking for opportunities to preach the gospel. How would this literally change our everyday life? Would we view people as distractions or opportunities? I know this was a big one for me in my life when I used to study and I used to have, get phone calls from people. And rather than seeing them as a distraction and having to do all this different stuff, I actually saw it as an opportunity to minister to people, to be able to love them, to serve them, and to point them to Jesus. Or what about circumstances that are hard, that are trials? Can those be opportunities? 2 Corinthians chapter 1 tells us that we go through pain and afflictions to be able to minister to other people as well. One thing that you may be aware of is the World Wide Web. Facebook. Can that be an opportunity? I love using Facebook to make 3-minute messages or to share Bible verses. You could even go right now, if you're watching this on Facebook, and just share the message or download the Bible app to your phone and use these type of technology to really have opportunity to build your soul and to build other people's soul and to point them to Jesus. If you really look at your life, there's many circumstances that you're going to be dealing with, good or bad. And I believe that we can use these as opportunities. And one thing that I love to do is ask God every day, every morning, is just to give me opportunities to preach the gospel to people, to love people, to serve people. And when we have an open heart, God opens our eyes to see opportunities, and He gives us boldness to preach His good news. May you see opportunities today, just as Paul saw that opportunity and pointed people to Jesus.